the first page.
Can we like rip it off?
Nope, go to the back. Okay? So compound inequalities is what we're continuing today. Yesterday you just worked with like, here's the compound inequality, graph it. Now we're going to work with what if they give it into sentence form and we have to be able to create it from a sentence situation. So important piece here right at the beginning. Within means that you have to have the equal to. Within includes that number. It might be less than, it might be greater than, but it has to be equal to. Versus between is just less than or greater than. Okay? So you're looking with that word within versus between. Within includes you, so you have the equal to. The human ear can only detect sounds between the frequency 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. Write and graph a compound inequality that describes the frequency of human sounds. Sounds humans cannot hear. Now look what they did there. Okay, I think it's probably easiest if we graph this, then write the compound inequality to match. Agreed? Yes, Ms. Hoff, that sounds like a fantastic idea. Okay. All right. We need to create a graph that describes the frequency of sounds humans can not hear. What are my important numbers? 20 and 20,000. Open or close circles there? What's the word? Between. Between. This problem sucks. It's confusing because they're telling us what we can hear, and we want to know what we cannot hear. So we do actually need a closed-in circle. Ms. Hoff did a terrible job on this. Let's go Ken here. Let's change this to Ken here. Otherwise, it goes against what we're talking about. So we're going to go with Ken. Don't overthink now. We're going to shade where we can hear. We can hear between. Between means open circles, right? Where does between occur? In the middle. So is this an and or an or statement? An and statement. Okay, and statements are written as one piece. Guys, the graph tells you the answer. Agreed? Okay, so what is my answer of an inequality here? Mason?
20 is less than x is less than 1,000.
Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Spot on. Nicely done. Spot on.
How did you know that?
Okay, so your graph mimics this. Your x is where you shaded. He shaded in the middle, right? Compared to 20, x is bigger. It's eating x, the alligator jaws. Versus 20,000, it's got to be smaller, so it's pointing at it. It's a less than. In an and statement, they should always be less than or equal to. Okay? We'll skip that bottom one. Do the top one, all on your own. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. It's an or statement. Solve it, graph it. I got m is greater than or equal to -3, or m is greater than 5. Okay, so on my first one, if I go with -3, open or close circle? Closed, and shade left or right? Right. M is greater than -3. Okay. On the second one, what's my important number? 5. Open or close circle? Shade right or left?
M is greater than 5, so you go to the right.
Very good. M is greater than 5. We go to the right. Ms. Hoff? Remember yesterday when you said 97% of the time or statements are the wings? Does that mean that there's a 3% chance that it's not?
Yeah.
Why is this not a wings problem? It's an or statement. Okay, but why? What happened? You had to flip the inequality. So when you divide or multiply by a negative number, watch yourself, because it's going to change the usual response. Now, an or statement, you only need one of them to be true. So any place it's shaded, we need to shade. So do both numbers matter in this? Which number matters? -3. Closed circle, and we shade to the right. Because if the number's greater than -3, it's going to be greater than 5, yes? Or sorry, backwards. If it's greater than 5, it's going to be greater than -3.
Thank you for that, Miss. Oh, Isaac.
Let's go to the very bottom.
You get skip more?
Yep, ski resort. Because this is really written like the first day that you would do it. A ski resort has several types of hotel rooms and cabins. The hotel rooms cost at most $89 per night, and the cabins cost at least $109 per night. Write and graph a compound inequality that describes the amount a guest would pay per night at the resort. I go to the resort, I got to rent a room, right? What type of room can I rent? A hotel room? What do you know about a hotel room? What does that mean? It's less than or equal to $89. What else could I rent? A cabin. What do you know about the cabin? It's at least, so it's greater than or equal to 109. Is this an and statement or an or statement?
Or?
You're not going to rent both of them? Probably not. Okay. On a graph, my important numbers, 89, 109. On 89, open or closed? Closed, and I would shade to the left because your price is less than $89. Cabin, open or closed? Closed, and I would shade to the right. Confirming our or statement, yes? Okay, write the inequality answer though. What does the mathematical answer, think of this as like the room you rent. These are going to use the same variable.
I will use X for the first one. Oh.
All right, Mason answered the last one. Who's got this one?
I can answer it.
What does your inequality look like here when it's written out? Savannah, throw it out there.
X is less than or equal to 89, or X is greater than or equal to 1.
Thoughts? Spot on. Nicely done. Do you need another one to practice, or are you good? Okay, don't move. Listen to all of my directions. Today you are doing a book assignment. Yes, it's been a long time since we have done a book assignment, okay? So you are doing 5-4. Oh, thought I could balance that. 5-4, which I will tell you starts on page 308. Five dash 4, page 308. You are doing 12 through 15, 17 through 27, 29 through 32, and 39. Yep. 12 through 15, 17 through 27, 29 through 32, and 39. If it says you need to graph it, yes, you need to graph it because it's just a number line that you're graphing.
Yes, amazing.